Hey guys, Rapid here. Welcome back to the Slop channel, and it's been a little bit, but there's a lot going on right now in the DBD space, and I haven't posted for a little while on this channel because I've been kind of waiting for a good moment, I should say. But this entire month for behavior, I'm not gonna put it lightly, it's a complete shit show. It's really bad. It's to the point where many people are screenshotting, them being uninstalling the game, posting that on Twitter, saying they won't play the game anymore. They're going to boycott. And we've seen this many times before. People boycotting the game. They've done that with many other games too. Whether or not it's, how you say, effective. So I'm wondering how that's going to turn out. But I've been seeing a lot of people also say that this might be the worst update for behavior, the worst era. And while I don't agree, I do think there are a lot of really bad eras of DBD. I think the most controversial one is 2021, because that was around the time we were getting a lot of developer controversies, including Pinhead NFTs. So I feel like the bar could definitely be lower for behavior standards, but I can't really defend them on what's going on lately, because if y'all don't know, I'm sure a lot of people know, because this has been kind of going, I don't want to say viral, but it's been making all the rounds. For the Walking Dead release, they did a stream with Chandler Riggs, which is the actor for Carl in The Walking Dead. And they had a few streamers of note, Mish, Ghost Arcade, and Otts, for example. And their lobbies were over and over getting DDoSed. So if there's an open lobby with open slots, whether spectator or just survivor slots, cheaters can run a script that basically finds these slots and DDoSes the server. I've experienced this myself, getting targeted by them, and the quickest fix is to just either play in a 4-stack if you're playing pubs, or fill every slot in a custom game. Tofu, for example, has made preventative measures like this when he runs his tournaments as well as other tournaments, right? And Behavior was made aware of this when they were first experiencing it. And Otts actually knew the fix and told him the fix. And he was basically just kind of shut down, which is, you want to give Behavior the credit, or not the credit, sorry, the benefit of the doubt that, oh, maybe they truly didn't know the entire story. But then there was a clip that made the rounds of Chandler literally telling Behavior in the studio, hey, Otts is saying if we fill all the spectator slots, this might fix it. And they cut him off. They go, no. That's not what this is. No. So they queue up again and they get DDoSed again. And you'd think that this is like not that big of a deal. And is it the end of the world? No. But like, imagine if Nicolas Cage himself came onto a Dead by Daylight live stream to play with creators for his release in the game. It would be equally as insane. I think even more people would be losing their minds about that, because not that Chandler Riggs is an unknown name, but like Nicolas Cage is insanely massive, right? And the Walking Dead release was insanely buggy as is, right? And while I didn't experience many of these bugs, other than Jim himself, the beam of light in our hearts, I definitely saw a lot of clips showcasing it. So I'm not like doubting anything of that. I'm not defending Behavior. Got to make that clear. You know what I mean? And it was a mess. It was a complete and utter mess, to the point where people were quitting the game. And it's really disappointing because it came right after the release of FNAF, which I think FNAF was, there were a few bugs with the update, or the entire chapter as a whole, but it was still a phenomenal update, I think. And, I do give credit to where it's due to Behavior, that they, the last year or so, I think they did good communication. They've released some fun licenses. I know Kaneki is not very liked, but he was very fun on release. And then people started to dislike him, and I get it. He's, the anti-mobility, you're getting stuck. I know, it's not that fun. Anyway, I can't defend any of this. I can't. The communication the past month has been so bad. It is Someone told me this the previous night. It wouldn't be that bad if the game were like in the first year of its development, but we're going on 9 years. I know some companies have some, like, you know, ups and downs. The highs are equally as low as the lows, right? But oh my god, it's really bad. We've had like 3 or 4 controversies in the past month or so. I remember when the Skull Merchant loading screen one came around. You know, I don't like Skull Merchant that much, said one of the developers. Make her lose her job. Get her out of here. And then we had the Streetwise whole controversy with the exploit, where the developers are like, yeah, we're not going to kill switch it. It's not a big deal. I don't know what people are talking about. It's not that serious. And everybody was losing their minds over that. And the funny thing is, I actually made a video for that on the Slop channel. But the literal moment that I posted it, they kill switched it. So I had to remove it because, like, it'd be kind of silly if I left it up. So, and then we have this, where the entire live stream was just kind of tone deaf. And do most people know about this? No, they don't. I think most players tend to just play the game, and they don't really look at Twitter. They don't really look at patch notes. I would say the majority of the players are casual, which is, you know, a given. I feel like everybody knows that. I don't know where we're going with this. And we have only a few days before the next release, the next chapter. And I'm sitting here like, how are we going to get past all the Walking Dead bugs, all the community feedback issues, and we're going to have an okay release? I'm going to be honest. I think this next chapter is so insanely make or break, which shouldn't be the case at all, because FNAF, one of the biggest licenses DBD will literally ever have, just came to the game, and it was awesome, and I really liked it. And I think a lot of people liked it too. And then they had one of the worst releases with The Walking Dead. Was it the worst release? No, probably not, but it was one of the worst. In the past, I would say 3 years, yes, I would say it's the worst release. But if this next chapter is insanely buggy, and it sucks, or it doesn't play well, it's not optimized, I do think Behavior and DBD as a whole is in a lot of trouble, genuinely. What are they going to do if it's not coming out correctly? I don't really understand. I know when UE5 came out, we transitioned from Unreal Engine 4 to 5. The game was practically broken for a while. It was lag, rubber banding, frame drops. It was bad. So if we make a return to that, I'm going to be honest, I think that's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. So I kind of made this video. I want to see what y'all think of these past few days. Do I think DBD is going to die soon? No. I think, are we really tempting the waters with how the game's going? Yeah. But other than that, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.